Hi everyone and welcome back. So in the next couple of videos we'll be talking about logging, configuration management and REST API guideline. Like how can you write an API for search, for filter, for sorting, searching. I mean you need to be good at how you can design the API spec and how all these query parameter, path parameter are being passed in the Nest.js using DTOs. So let's talk about different APIs which we build: search, sort, filter, and pagination. I mean, rest all the basic APIs you know how to design. All these APIs are resource based, like API v1 users. Let me maximize it. Users. Okay, this is like a REST API you are building. Now, it can be simply HTTP GET, right? Now, if you want to just build another set of APIs on top of this, I mean, the user is a resource, right? Now you can get a user by ID, right? And then you can define get, put, post, delete, patch, all the other APIs on top of this. This ID is a query parameter, sorry, path parameter here. It can be put, this can be get, and it can also be a delete API. REST APIs are based on the path. So user is a resource and these are the paths. So here it can be HTTP delete. Further, if you want to build something like, okay, I want to get all the courses which are assigned to this user, or all the comments which this user has already created, right? This can give you what? Give me all the comments which has been created by this user ID. So till this, okay, list of all the users, then we are talking about one particular user, and then give me all the comments from this user where the user ID is this. So then further, I mean, this is a API resource naming. You can also play with particular comment ID, right? Here it can be what you are doing. Here it can be simply HTTP GET, put, delete. All these APIs can be created here, where you wanted to delete a comment created by this user ID. So you will check, okay, has this user created this comment? Then only he can update, delete. So this is how you create the resources, and always create a plural resource, users, comments, right? So it can be delete. Now coming to the search and sort. Let's say I want to get the list of users, with the paginations. Similarly, like, okay, here I can just, okay, we have a bulk users. I can just say page 1 and limit 30, right? This can be simply like with a simple pagination added. Let me make it move this block. This is simple pagination, and this can be a key based also, where I can just pass key page 1 and offset. Offset means skip the first 30 record and give me the next page. Here offset and limit, you will pass only offset and limit, because offset means skip these 30 record and give me the 10 records after that. And here is a page and limit. Either you use a page and limit or offset. Page 1 limit is 30 from the starting index 0. Give me the 30. Let's say if I do page 7, that means skip first 70 records and give me 70 to 80, right? So this is how it works. Now if you want to use search and sort and all these things, you can combine, right? You can also do the filtering, where you can say, okay, name should be TKS, right? So I'm doing a filtering here, names and first name, last name. Name is this and email is. This is called filtering. This is pagination, this is filtering, and you can also provide a search also in this, where you can simply say, okay, give me where search term equal to text. So then your API needs to define, okay, where it is going to search, which search term. You might be searching it in the name, or you can simply provide name equal to text, right? So we are going to talk about how you can make them standard search, sort, and filter APIs, because in most of the APIs you deal with a search, sort and filter. These are really important stuff. So search, sort and filter and pagination. So what this API is talking about, I mean, this is how I design my APIs. Whenever I need to filter something in the data. So what I'm doing, filter user ID, filter org ID. So maybe I have a list of users. I just wanted to filter out all the users. I mean, just one user which has this UID and the org ID is this. This can be filtered, and similarly, you can just create this filter object like this. So if you talk about in this detail, this is talking. It's not selecting. Here we are creating actually a filter object. And we can just add all the conditions in this filter, okay? You can add further conditions, okay? Filter name should be like this. When you have a bulk of data and you wanted to filter based on the criteria from the UI, then you can provide these kind of filters. Similarly, you can mix the filter with the sorting, right? So this is pagination with the sorting. So this is the important thing. What we are doing is we are sorting with the price and order is ascending and descending. This is how you can do sorting with the pagination. Page 1 limit 40, sort by the price and order is descending. Right? Here page 1 limit 40, sort by these different attributes. Order is descending or ascending. So these are, I mean, you should always use these terms in your APIs: search, sort, filter, pagination. These are the standard limit, standard keywords: sort, page, limit, offset, order. And there is one more thing, we are adding order. जो फ्रंट एंड डेवलपर उसको भी क्लियर रहेगा कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सॉर्टिंग यू आर यूजिंग, सॉर्टिंग कर रहे हैं, सर्चिंग कर रहे हैं. तो अब ये ही सिमिलरली वी नीड टू जस्ट डिफाइन ऑल दीज. व्हाट आर दीज एट्रीब्यूट्स? अब आप देखोगे these are nothing but a query parameters. Anything. So what is query parameter, what is path parameter? I think जो Node.js डेवलपर है सबको पता है. वैसे जैसे मान लो यहाँ पे जो मैंने यूज़ किया, these are path parameter, ID path parameter. बट आप जब ऐड करते हो name इक्वल टू hello, दिस इज क्वेरी पैरामीटर, दिस इज पाथ पैरामीटर. और जो भी आप बॉडी में भेजते हो वो रिक्वेस्ट बॉडी हो जाती है. But how you optimally design the filter API, search API, sorting API with the pagination, that is really important. How you do this, all these things in the API level. अब देखो क्या होता है, सिचुएशन क्या होती है. Sometimes you are building something like this. Now why you need to understand DTOs properly. Okay, you are saying is active. Now at the API level, isActive will always be passed as a string, and you wanted to build maybe another API set which says IDs, और यहाँ पे आप multiple IDs pass कर रहे हो. How can you support this thing in the APIs? Nest.js APIs के अंदर आप कैसे support करोगे, right? So all those things we are going to check in the Nest.js DTOs. तो हमारे क्या क्या use cases जो हम cover करने वाले हैं API से. I will talk about all these things here, and then we'll cover all those. How to pass a boolean and receive that at the API level. How to pass, like let's say I'm doing page equal to 1, okay, and then limit equal to 60. Now you might be thinking we are passing it as a number. API should also receive it as a number. No, these are all passed as a string parameter. Even these all will be a string. Then what I want at the API layer that it should get converted into string of array. What I want is I should get the boolean value, not a string. Here what I want is page and limit should get converted into number. Or maybe you are passing a huge payload in the body, right? Users with a nested payload, nested body object. तो उसका validation कैसे करना है? और एक ये वाला केस हमको हैंडल करना है, दिस वन. हाउ कैन आई build the APIs like this in the Nest.js, where I can do the validation, I can create a simple filter parameter, and I can do filter based on lots of attributes. बाकी जो ये है आर्ग्यूमेंट है यहाँ पे, पेज, लिमिट, all these are just nothing but a query parameter. वो हम query parameter, आप n number of query parameter रिसीव कर सकते हो for building your searching, sorting, filtering, pagination. तो next video important होने वाला because I'm going to cover these 4 aspects. How you handle these, how you transform these number string into number, string into boolean, number into string into number, and how you do the nested payload validation.